Welcome to the Fit Vegan Podcast, the show where we help you optimize your health, fitness, and mindset on a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. My name is Maxime Sigouin. I am a former triathlete, powerlifter, bodybuilder, and basketball player, and I've been vegan for over 9 years. I'm also the founder and CEO of Fit Vegan Coaching, which has helped over 500 vegans from 20 different countries to completely transform their bodies and their health. I'm excited for you to hear today's episode. Let's get into the show. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Fit Vegan Podcast. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've been hearing a lot lately. For people that are interested in joining our Fit Vegan Blueprint program, people are scared to commit to our 6-month program. And the reason I decided to make a podcast on this topic is because I learned a lot from people saying that. So what I mean by that is, at first I thought it was a commitment issue. I just think people had a fear of committing to something for that long, right? Air quotes, that long. But then I realized that it's not about the commitment. It's that there's a lack of confidence to follow through on something for that long. There's a lack of confidence in their ability to follow through for something for that long. And hey, I get it. I've been there in the past, and I understand how doubting it can be and how scary it can be to commit for something for 6 months. But today I want to help you understand why you need to shift this mindset and how ultimately this is the thing that's going to be limiting you for the rest of your life. So I just want you to break it. I just want to break through it today. I just want to turn off the switch, break the switch. You never have to worry about that forever again. So the big part is, if you want to build self-confidence in your ability to follow through on your word, you have to start honoring your word on a small scale. So what I mean by that is, in order to build self-confidence that you're able to accomplish things and succeed in things, you first need to try. A lot of the times we are scared to fail, so therefore we never start something, and therefore we never reinforce the fact that we have the ability to get things done. And then the other part is we never actually fully commit. And I see this very often, and I'll be honest, I did that in the past too. We tell ourselves we want to lose 20 pounds or 40 pounds to reach whatever goal we want to reach, but we never fully commit to it. And so from time to time, we'll do actions towards reaching that goal, or for things that would be habits that would be, or actions that would be considered for us to get closer to that goal. And so we'll take a few actions here and there. We'll say, I'm a meal prep on Wednesday. I'll go for a hike this weekend because I want to lose 20 pounds. But there's never actual real commitment. And somehow we feel that us taking these small actions here and there should actually bring us closer to the goal that we want. But we're so inconsistent with them, and it's so spread apart that it's actually never going to make a difference. And so if you feel that that's you, here's what I want to ask you. You're probably in a relationship right now. You're probably married. You probably have been in a relationship before. How good do you think your marriage is going to be if you commit to it the same way that you commit to your fitness and fat loss goal? All right? I don't know for you, but I can smell divorce from a mile away if that's how you're committing to your relationship. All right. So you need to commit to your health and fitness the same way that you commit to your marriage and to your relationship. You need to be all in. You need to commit to it, because ultimately your relationship, your marriage won't work unless you are all in, right? You've probably had experiences of that in the past. So same thing for your fitness and nutrition, because it is a lifelong commitment, right? We're not talking about you getting a 4-year degree and having to study in university, get the piece of paper, and then you're done. We're talking about something that you have to do for the rest of your life. We're talking about something that will allow you to live a long and healthy life where you actually feel good. Because I don't know for you, but being overweight, having my joints hurting, my digestion being all weird, having to carry extra weight, not being able to fit in my clothes, feeling groggy, feeling my brain is foggy, not having energy, that is not how I would want to live the rest of my life. And so if I don't want to end up down that path, I ultimately have to choose a different path, which is the path of me eating healthy food, me committing to working out every single week, a few times a week, me prioritizing my sleep, me prioritizing stress management, right? So that's the big thing I see, is people are scared to fully commit to it because they're scared to fail, and they're scared because they don't feel that they can follow through on it. hey, ultimately, you'll never know if you can follow through on something if you never actually commit. And if you commit to it, if you commit to your fitness the way that you commit to a relationship and your marriage, you're going to succeed. Because what happens in a relationship, you have fights, you have hard times, you butt heads, like things are going to show up in a relationship. But when you're in love and you're committed, you work things out. You find a way to make it work. It's the same thing with your health and fitness. You're going to have time where you're like, screw it, I'm just going to eat a large pint of vegan ice cream. I just want to have a vegan pizza right now. It's going to be times like, you know what? I don't want to work out this weekend. There's going to be those moments, but ultimately you need to develop the tools and tactics and the habits to allow you to sustain this in the long run. You're going to have your moments with wanting to eat shit food and skipping on a workout, just like you're going to have moments with your partner where you're fighting and you're bumping heads. It's normal, but you don't leave your partner because you bumped heads once on the weekend, just like you don't quit on yourself because you had a freaking pint of vegan ice cream on Saturday night. It's fine. The pint of vegan ice cream is not going to screw you. It's going to screw you if you do it every single day, but you need to have the ability to get back on track and to work things out. And a lot of the times people are scared to do that. And so I just hope that this specific analogy really resonated with you, because I'm tired of seeing people not progress towards their goal, and not even their goal. Like, I know that if you start living this type of life, you're going to lose weight, you're going to start thriving, and you're going to disease-proof your body. Because ultimately, I don't want any of you to get cancer, heart disease, or any of the chronic diseases that are out there, because it could easily be prevented through you eating a whole food plant-based diet and being physically active. All right, so the other thing I want to talk about in terms of stacking, building your self-confidence and your ability to follow through on things, I'm a huge fan of stacking wins. So you need to start building a library of wins that you've had in your life, and you probably have a lot of them right now, where you can look back and be like, I'm actually fucking amazing. Sorry, I swore. What's my podcast? Sorry, I'm actually fucking amazing. Like, I've accomplished all of these things. So this is just a new thing that I can add to the library. Right? So start gaining some small wins. And the other part I want you to do is just write down on a piece of paper all the hard things that you've gone through, that you have accomplished, all the amazing things you've accomplished. Write it down on a list. Just meditate for 30 minutes and just write everything down. And just keep that as a note on your phone. So when you feel doubtful that you can do something, look at the note on your phone of like, I'm actually the shit. Like, I've gone through some hard things and I've conquered them and I've went through them. So you losing weight, working out, and eating healthier food is not that big of a challenge, right? I understand there's emotions connected to it, but I'm pretty confident there's things on your list that there was emotions connected to it, and you're still able to crush it and show up and ultimately get to the place where you wanted to go. And so the last missing part of you being able to lose the 20 pounds, become a fit vegan, thrive, disease-proof your body, and have the best life that you want is you getting out of your own way. You're literally the only person is preventing you from being able to have that life, right? And I'm sharing this with someone that does it also. I am in my own way of having my best life, which is why I have mentors. I have an amazing partner that everyone has permission to call me out when I do something stupid, when I'm standing in my own way. And ultimately, I'm not always the most receptive at first, but ultimately, I always end up doing it. I always end up working on the area that needs improvement, because I know that the only limiting factor to my ability to impact millions of lives through plant-based eating is myself. I'm the only person that can stop that. Just like you're the only person that's going to prevent you from being healthy and having the body that you want, having the energy that you want, and just feeling freaking good all the time and being a living example of what it's like for you to live to your fullest potential. You're the only person that's in your way. And so I know you don't have a commitment issue. I know it's just a lack of self-confidence and belief in your ability to follow through on something for 6 months. But I'm here to tell you, everyone has that fear, and everyone that you look up to has that fear and still did it anyways, and just tweaked and progressed along the way. And so when you work with us, and for our members that are freaking crushing it, are the ones that are committed to this as they are committed to their marriage and relationship. This is important to them because they want to live a long, healthy, and fit life. And they understand that it's not a 6-month program. And honestly, most of the members end up staying for a year and a half because they have different goals they want to reach after. But they understand that it's not a short-term thing. It's not a 4-year degree. This is a lifelong commitment to them living their best life. And that's what I want for you. So I decided to record this podcast to tell you to wake up, get out of your own way, and understand that you need to go all in into this aspect of your life, because this is a pretty important one. Without your health and you having a healthy body and being fit, which means not carrying extra weight, which ultimately decreases your lifespan, you can't do much in this lifetime if you're not going to be healthy. And I'm just going to add a little thing to that. For those of you that tell me that you're too busy because you have your kids, you have your partner, there's so many different obligations. Listen, and I wrote a post about this. You don't have to take care of everyone, is the first thing I would say to that. I've been a caregiver for 4.5 years, 24 hours a day. I understand what it's like. I get it. But ultimately, it simply comes down to priority. So just think about this logically. Right now, you don't have the time to work out and eat healthy, which is silly because you have to eat food every day. So it's just about changing the type of food you're putting in your mouth. Working out is the one that's actually more time consuming. But just say you don't have time to work out and eat healthy. If you become sick, right? Sick to the point where you can't do all the things that you're doing right now and you're forced to take care of your health and your body, now it becomes a priority and now you magically have time. It's in both those scenarios, there's still 24 hours in a day. The only variable that changed was the priority, right? Nothing else changed. The obligations are still there. There's still 24 hours in a day. The only difference is your health wasn't at risk. Now it is at risk and now it's a priority. So why wait till you get to that point? Because I promise you, if you're using your kids and your partner as an excuse, and I say that strongly as an excuse as to why you can't work out and prioritize your health and nutrition, which is, I'll be frank, dumb, because they are the reason why you should be healthy and be taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, guess what's going to happen when you're forced to take care of yourself? Your kids and your parents and your partner are now forced to take care of you, and they're now forced to watch you suffer. Don't you think that's going to be hard on them, right? And I'm going to speak from experience. It is. So do you want to put the people that you love in the position where they're forced to take care of you and they're forced to see you suffer? Do you think that's going to feel good for them just because you didn't want to face yourself and actually commit to being healthy and being fit? We're not talking about you buying a fancy car. We're talking about you taking care of your body, which is the vehicle that you have for the rest of your life, right? So I just wanted to record this podcast for you to think and flip that switch, because if you don't change anything, you're going to be in the position that I'm talking about right now. And you don't want to be in that position. You don't want to put in the people that you love in that position either. So if you're ready to transform, you're ready to commit to yourself, you're ready to become healthy and not end up in that position in the future, there's a link in the show notes where you can book your free consultation call, right? Would love to have a conversation with you and help you go to the next level. The reason why I do this is so that people don't end up in the position where they're forced to take care of their health, where their family is forced to take care of them and to watch them suffer. This is why I do this. This exact podcast, right? This exact coaching program. This is how I've tailored the whole coaching program to help you not be in that position, develop sustainable habits and quick results for you to get to where you want to, reverse diet, so basically speed up your metabolism post-fat loss to make sure you never put the weight back on again while making you eat whole food plant-based throughout the way, which is going to disease-proof your body, and you're going to build those habits going to last you a lifetime. All right, so the link is in the show notes below. Don't be scared of commitment. You have it in you. You just need to commit the same way you commit to your relationship, and I promise you're going to see amazing results. All right, so guys, hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.